The theme of this retreat, very simply, as you all know, is halving, right? We have a very, very, very important day happening. This is a very, very, very monumental event in crypto, right? It has already led to crazy, crazy gains, and I believe that we will see much greater, much bigger astronomical rise across the board, right? So if there is a time to really seriously propel yourselves financially, it is this year. When I was figuring out myself, it was my own self. I had no mentor to teach me or whatever. But now you guys are blessed. Why? Because you all have a community, you all have people around you. You have Kelvin, you have Resh, you have Louis, you have all these guys to actually teach you and guide you, right? So you all are in a much, much better situation. You'll be learning about the mindset of multi-millionaire traders, right? The caliber of people that are brought for this retreat. Man, you all are in for a treat. Those are the speakers, and those are the guys we're going to be learning from over the week.
Is the really guided support, and there's a lot of trainings every week, and then even day to day in the WhatsApp chat there's a lot of help given by the different mentors.
It's a community that I love. It's not just an organization, it's a community. The coaches are very helpful. We can actually go and ask coaches for help. They don't hold back anything. It's not like I'm the Sifu, I must keep one card back. No, they're just very open, they share. So I like that. And they're very patient with someone like me. I can't do numbers, I'm lousy at IT, but they take me through anyway.
The first award winner is going to be Kok Hyong. He not just made $1,000 in this trade, he also made 1,000% in this coin called REDS. Just this week alone, Kok Hyong actually crossed 5-figure profits in one trade. and that was also on Reds. 11 weeks, 1,000%, 5-figure profits, everything kau team. Walao, crazy, brother.
I'm just 11 weeks into my boot camp, and honestly, if you ask me if I will be winning all these awards in just 11 weeks, it's a dream for me. But I'm glad I'm part of it, and I have actually achieved something.
This person who basically is winning this award and collecting the award today is Usha with $1,000 in a trade. But today she's collecting another award as well, and that award she's collecting is also a 5-figure profit in a trade, which she heard right in these rooms when I was sharing, right? And this was on a coin called Brett, B-R-E-T-T, where she made over $23,000. Wow, my goodness.
The why is the most important. Why you want to do it. And crypto is, I think, the fastest way. So if somebody wants to get in and frankly, if I can do it, anybody can.
I was very thankful for the community, and of course Rash is not just a coach but really a very good friend that I found. When you're going through the hard times, he's still there to kind of tell you, they keep going, don't worry, the good times will come. I come in as not a full-time trader, I don't know anything about trading, but today I'm very glad that I can have this knowledge to share with others. Every action that you take moves you a little bit forward. I no longer look at my past losses as failures. I really look at it as learning points, right? Without those opportunities to learn from those areas, I wouldn't have the conviction today that I finally molded to do what I need to do.
Very good, very good, very good. You know, let's give a round of applause, guys.
Very enriching and learn a lot.
My crypto journey has been very eventful, ups and downs, but I've waved the storms and the waves, and I think I believe in crypto, I believe in Bitcoin, and that's why I'm still in the game.
Joined 1 year plus, and it has been a very wonderful journey for me. Thanks.
Thanks to CRP, I've learned so much. I put in perseverance, faith in crypto, and all the coaches inspired me so much, especially Resh. So with his technique, I made my first 1K.
I think I was inspired to get the awards when Resh shared this 6 awards. So that was what I aimed to do. So now I've actually done 5, so I'm looking for the last one.
This is my $1,000 in a single trade. I'm very excited about this. And from $500, I've made $2,000, so 3x. And I'm looking forward to my next win, my next award.
This is my first $1,000 in a trade award. I didn't actually aim for 1,000. My target was only a day, or $200-300 a day, which should be enough for me. But I got more than that, so I'm very happy with this award. More than 1,000 USDT in a day. Now currently the record based on the CRP boards that Jay give, that one the CRP board really helped a lot. When it come, when the signal come, you take the trade, normally 90% of it will be profitable. Only 10% will give you losses. So it's a good margin, right, to have. So I'm very happy.
This is my first time getting the award. I get the double award. Yeah, so actually I don't have a very big account, but this 5-figure award actually double my account this round. So it proved that you not just can long the market, you can also short when the market downturn.
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the CRP team, all the coaches, for all the learnings that I've obtained in crypto. I feel that I'm now empowered to actually follow the strategies, follow the steps, and to make good money. Thank you so much. I enjoy the community, I enjoy the walks, I enjoy the many opportunities, Zoom links, Zoom calls, as well as live in-person trading. I highly recommend the CRP community, MWA, for crypto trading and learning.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Okay, so welcome to our MWA live stream episode 4. So today we shall look at the overall market, and also let's look for some live trades. Hopefully we can find some. Let me see. Okay, so before I start, so I shall be sharing with you all today. So whatever I share is actually my own personal view. So it's not financial advice. So you need to check with your financial advisor if you want to place any trade. Okay, so if you have any questions, please do ask. For students from AMA, as I mentioned earlier on today, if you have any question, please do type it out. You can't ask today, so just type out your question. I'll try to answer as much as possible I can. Okay, so let's look at the overall market currently. Give me a while. Okay. Okay, so we'll be looking at BTC today. Okay, so as usual, whenever I want to trade, I actually look at the BTC chart. Okay, so this is the BTC daily chart. Wait, give me a while first. Okay, so this is the BTC daily chart. How come I cannot maneuver this? Okay, so this is the BTC daily chart. So if you can see, I can actually draw a trend line here. So I've said many times, as long as the chart do not go above this line, this trend line, if it doesn't break out, okay, we are not looking for any upside on BTC. So if BTC don't go up, the rest of the coins also will not go up. Okay, so BTC have to go up. Currently, right now, it is not. It is still below this trend line. So if I want to trade long, you can only trade long by scalping. You can't trade long because overall it is still a downtrend. So this shows me that overall it is a downtrend. And I also look at the 50 EMA. 50 EMA is actually on top. So means generally it is a downtrend lah. Okay. The other thing I want to show you is a more close up. This is the BTC 4-hour chart. So if you can see for the 4-hour chart, it already break down from the trend line. So there is a high possibility that the BTC will continue to go down. Okay, currently right now there's still not much movement, but you have to be careful not to long anymore now. Okay, and today I want to share with you guys there is a new chart that I shared with the elites before, but today I want to take a chance to share with you guys for those people who are in VIP one. Okay, there is this interesting chart I want to share with you. Okay, this chart is, if you go to TradingView, you type this BTC1 exclamation mark. Okay, it is BTC1 exclamation mark. Okay, and then you get to see this CME one. So this is the one. Now, so CME stands for Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Now, what this chart actually shows the transaction of BTC for the major institution. Like what you know, the major institution do not trade on Saturday, Sunday one. So that means that this chart, whenever you see that there's an empty space, the reason is because they don't trade on Friday, Saturday. So this BTC chart is very important, the CME futures, because it explains to people how to look at it. So one of the advantage I use this chart to my advantage is to let me have an indication of where the direction of BTC is altogether. Okay, so remember, let me show it to you. This is the daily chart. So if you look carefully, you see this candle is on the Friday, and the next candle started on the Monday. That means that Saturday, Sunday, there is no candles at all. Okay, because it stopped. They don't trade during the weekend. Now, this is also a very interesting point. Whenever you see that there is a gap here, we call that the CME gap. Can you see? Now, this gap is very powerful. I want to show you guys. Okay. Now, there is a gap here, which means that when BTC closed on a Friday, it closed at this price lah. And then when it opens much higher. Now, take note that whatever price that you actually see here is not the same as the usual BTC chart. This chart only helps me in indicating where I think the BTC is heading for. So let me just explain to you why is it so important about this gap. Now, this gap is called CME gap. Whenever there is a CME gap, okay, based on the 5-year history, okay, there are a lot of CME gap one. Whenever there is a CME gap, we call that the CME gap. Eventually, price one day would come back down to fill the gap. When I said come back down to fill the gap, means eventually, whenever it goes up, one fine day it will come back down one. So for the past five years, I've checked, there are about close to 100 of CME gap. Out of all this time, there's only one time that the CME gap was not filled. So this is quite accurate one. So let me just show it to you. If you can see, okay, this is a Friday. So let me open up and show it to you so that you have an idea. Can you see this is a Friday? And then this is a Monday. So this is another gap. Can you see? This is another gap. Now, what does it mean? It just means that whenever Friday close, Monday open higher, so it creates a gap. Whenever there's a gap, eventually price will eventually come back down to fill the gap. So I know that no matter how high it goes, one fine day, it will come back down to fill the gap. Always that way one. So let's look at whether are there any more a gap. Now, this is another gap. Okay, this with Friday, Saturday, Friday. Okay, so usually sometimes there might not be a gap because if there's no price to actually push it. So if you can see this gap, I go back up, I come back down. So eventually it came back down. It came back down to fill the gap, which is here. So where is the other Fridays that we have? Okay, here. Okay, this was another gap. This was another gap. And you see, eventually it came down here. It will go back up to fill the gap. Okay, and then this is another gap. If you look at this Friday, it closes here. Monday, it closes here. So it went up, go down, come back down. Eventually, it will fill back up. Now, so let me just explain to you how we use this so that we have an indication. Now, if you look at this gap, was this gap fill up at the end of the day? Yeah. See, it might take days, it might take months, Eventually, this gap went all the way up. It couldn't go all the way to all-time high anymore. Why? Because it has a gap here. Eventually, it has to come back down to fill the gap. See, it come back down here to fill up the gap here. Okay, now, so let's talk about in real life, let's say this week. So I close this one first. I close this. So I want to share what I want to share. Later you guys can type the question. I'll try to answer some of the question, okay? Now, look at this. This was a Friday. See, this was a Friday 21st. Monday opened higher this week. It went up higher. So there was a gap here, correct? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't know. Okay, now, so today is Friday. You look at BTC. It gets rejected here. It doesn't go up one, It doesn't go up. And BTC on the 4-hour chart early today, it was early this week was somewhere around here, right? But I know that at the end of the day, BTC will have a big chance of coming down. Because why? There is a gap created here. Eventually, price would come down and fill this gap. Now, it did fill a little bit earlier on. Can you see here? It came down. The line is actually here. So if you look carefully, it did fill back up to touch back here. But it will have to continue to come down. It will continue to fill one. Okay, I am not saying it as a fact. I'm just sharing with you for the past 5 years. Only once did this CME gap didn't happen. That means that the price, it was very low. It was about, I think, 30K or something like that. So for us to fill that CME gap, that will be terrible already, but not during this cycle. If not, all the time for the CME gap, it will fill one. You see, whenever this is a Friday, okay, this is a Friday, this was a Monday. Friday closed here. Monday, it went up even, Monday opened even lower. So if you can see, this is another gap. Let me close this gap. See, Monday, there is another gap. So when it went down here, so based on statistic, will it cover back the gap? Yeah, it will. So it came down here, it got bounced up by the strong resistance of the MA200. It get bounced up here. See, it will fill up the gap eventually. It fill up the gap eventually. So now this time, the gap is here. Around there. So do I foresee that there is a chance that BTC will go down further? Yes, I would, because now they are actually at that gap there already, at the beginning of that gap already. So this is how I look at this chart to give me an indication of where the market is actually heading. Of course, I do not look at just this chart alone. I also look at other chart like BTC lah. Like what I say, this is already got rejected already, so most likely it will come down. And when this comes down, and then this is coming towards the gap, and then when you look at BTC 4-hour chart, it already break down below the MA200. So that's how you can actually use this to assist you. Okay, any question on this CME gap? Okay, don't have again, if you have question, please do ask. Okay, let me see. Okay, so the gap will show me that there is a chance of the chart coming down or going up. But as I said just now, you need to know, you need to see the other chart, which is like the BTC. Wait, let me change back to the window first. You need to see the other chart as well. You see? So if BTC were to break up above here, then there is a chance that you tell yourself that it might not fill up the gap so soon yet. But history have shown that even though if it don't fill up around here, it goes on, assuming BTC were to break up. Okay, so obviously this thing won't come down, it will also continue to go up. But based on the past history, 5 years, only one time the gap didn't fill up, all the other gaps was filled up, So this is a very powerful data and powerful statistic that we have, So sooner or later, it will actually come all the way down. Actually, you ask me, it's not very, very difficult to understand one. You see, currently right now, let me show you one thing. I shared with some of the students in MWA recently. I started sharing that Bitcoin have a high possibility of coming down. When I saw that there's these four, I call that the negative sign. They call that the doji. Can you see these four negative signs? 1, 2, 3, 4. This shows that the buyers and the sellers are even out, Okay, there is no winner here. What does it mean? It just means that the market is uncertain. People dare not put in a lot of money. They don't know what's happening. Market is currently at an uncertain stage right now. Okay, as you know, US got a lot of tariffs coming up, so market is uncertain. Investor don't like uncertainty in the market one. So if the market is uncertain, you're not gonna put money in one. You are definitely not going to put money in because you don't know what is happening. That's number one. Number two, in order for BTC chart to go up, okay, you must have money lah. You must have liquidity in the market. You must have money. So if money is not around, where got money, where got people got chance to pump up? No chance, And the only way that there is additional money flooding the market is if the interest rate, the Fed lower the interest rate. Because when the interest rate is reduced, okay, people start to borrow money. When people start to borrow money, then they got no choice but to start the printing machine. They print money as usual. Only when they print money, then there is additional money flooding the market. If there is no money, where is the liquidity? You want to pump up, people must have money to buy, Okay, the other chart you can actually look at is this. Let me see, I can get not. This is USDT dominance. Okay, this one talks about how dominant it is. USDT. Now you look at USDT overall on a daily chart. Let me see. Okay, on a daily chart. Okay, this is another chart that can be helpful to you. When you want to trade long term, you want to have a higher winning rate, you need to know overall what's happening. So all the charts are correlate one another. Now this is called the USDT dominance chart, meaning that how strong USDT is compared to overall market of the crypto. If you look at this chart, it's actually an uptrend, right? In fact, it actually break out from the MA200. So this is practically an uptrend, Can you see this is an uptrend, So it is generally is going up. What does it mean? It means that people are all holding their USDT. They are not going to buy any Bitcoin, any altcoins or whatever. Usually when the altcoins all goes up, it is when you see the USDT coming down, because people don't hold USDT now already. They use the USDT to buy other coins that they want. So you look at it overall. Okay, so previously the resistance was here, somewhere here. Okay, it tried to go up, it comes all the way down. So this time, it all correlate one. When USDT goes up, BTC usually come down. People sell and they want to hold USDT. Okay, so these two levels are very important one. These two black line. Okay, for BTC to go up, this thing must come down to below here, below the MA200. Okay, in order for the altcoins to fly, for BTC to go up, it must break down below here, this range here, this line. Okay, and hopefully if it goes up here, it gets rejected lah. Okay, if this USDT dominance continue to fly above this line, then it will signal that the altcoins, all the other coins will be coming down already. Okay, so these are the information I look myself to know the overall direction. So those people who trade daily chart, this is a very, very good way to look at overall the market where it's actually heading. Okay, USDT .D. How fast does the gap usually fill up? There is no particular time one. Okay, you look at this. You look at this one. It took how long? This gap. Look how long to fill up. This was 11th of November. It only got filled up in February. So there is no particular time when it will actually fill up one. Okay, but you know that eventually it will fill up based on past history. So that's why when this thing fly up all this way around, it was hovering around here. I know that there is a chance that it will come down one. That's why those people who are elite, I told them when it was somewhere here, early February, I told them that I sold most of my altcoins. Because when I look at this, it means market is uncertain. When you are certain, if you are investor, you rather hold USDT, you rather don't buy it because you don't know whether the price goes down or not. So when you are uncertain, market is uncertain, nobody's going to buy, it's not going to go up. And true enough, it went all the way down. And that's why you can draw a lower trend line here. So it's very important one. There are certain things I don't look at news to trade one. I generally look at chart to trade, but there are certain things that is quite obvious one lah. For Bitcoin to pump up and all the other crypto coins to pump up, there must be money in the market, liquidity, correct? So the interest rate don't reduce. People how to borrow money. When people borrow money, they have to print money lah. Currently, right now, they are not printing money. Okay, during the last speech by Jerome Powell, I think last week, he says that interest rate remains unchanged. So it's actually status quo. And you look at it this week, Donald Trump actually said that the tariff will also continue to increase on the 2nd of April. So all these tariffs, all these things, they are not making it easy for investors. So why do you want to invest now? Correct? So in long term, they won't do anything. So you ask me, if you have USDT, if you are thinking of when to enter back the market to buy for investment, for buy your spot, you hold your horses first. Okay, currently it's not the right time to buy it. You don't be kanchiong first. Okay, let me finish this BTC analysis first because it's important. Okay, so if this thing breaks down, okay, this is a strong support, this black line. If this thing breaks down, chances are it will go to 74 one. Okay, you ask me, I think this 74 will be a strong support. I honestly don't believe it will go below here because you go to look at weekly chart. Okay, if you can see, I can draw a trend line here one. This black trend line, okay, this black trend line coincide with this support block. So you go and look at daily chart. It is this area here. Okay, because there is a strong support of a trend line, there is a strong support of this horizontal block. So you ask me, sooner or later, okay, this is my opinion. It's just my personal opinion. Am I wrong? I might be wrong, and most likely I might be lah. Okay, currently right now, the US government just came in. They are doing a lot of things, and they find that there are a lot of issues, a lot of shit happening in the market, and they try to blame it at the previous administration. Okay, they say, oh, this is actually from the last administration and this and that one. But sooner or later, they cannot keep blaming the past administration, right? So sooner or later, they have to do something lah. They have to do something, and eventually, as we know, the good thing is Donald Trump is actually pro crypto one. So if you look at it from here to here, you base on this gap here. So for this thing to come down around here, so if you ask me, there is a high chance that there is a possibility, I won't say high chance, that it will come here and then go up. Okay, there is a chance. So for now, I am not going to buy any more spot coins. I won't. If I want to buy for investment, I won't touch it now. Okay, for trading, yeah, later we'll talk about trading. Trading still got a lot of chance to make money. Okay. What time frame do you use for the CME futures besides daily chart? No, I only look at daily chart one. I only look at daily chart, because if you look anything smaller than daily chart, then there's too much noise already. Okay, so the daily chart, I look at the daily chart one, so that you only get to see one candle per day. The CME gap is a reference, but you have to use it and relate it to the actual BTC coin. You look at this, BTC one. Currently, right now, it's sitting at 85,665. Okay, and currently Bitcoin is 85,353. So these two, there's a big difference. There is some slight difference one. So don't take the price of it. But what I'm trying to tell you that, take note of this gap. Look at BTC. Is it get rejected? If this thing didn't get rejected, it actually went up one. Then I will tell myself that most likely it won't get filled up for the next 1 week or 2 weeks. Maybe eventually it will come back down. Okay, history have shown that it will come back down one. Okay, and then you look at USDT chart as a confirmation. You see, USDT is going up. People are all holding to their USDT. That's why the USDT dominance chart is higher. When altcoins, people start to buy altcoins, USDT will come down there here. You see, November, December, we have a pump, right? And then you see USDT went down here because everybody start to buy what? November, December. See, November, December, see, Bitcoin pump. Whenever Bitcoin pump, USDT will go down. They use the USDT to buy. So these are all correlated. Okay? Okay. Okay, now we go and look for some live trades tonight. Okay, so that's why I told you overall of the market, that's what I actually see. But in terms of trading, so I'll share with you my style of trading. Okay, those of you who are elite in MWA, you should know that I am somebody who trade on simple charts. I don't like to trade on complicated one. I look for some simple charts one. Okay. Okay, this is a simple chart. I shared this chart with some of the students today, because some of the MWA students in group 5 actually asked me today about this coin. Okay, so because one of the students posted this today, so I thought that it was actually a good setup. So you go and look at 4 hour. Okay, so when you look at 4 hour, you get to see that there is a strong support here. Let me close this. Wait, let's do a new one. Oh, this one is very nice. Should I talk about this one first? Okay, I talk about this one first. Okay, see this one. So whenever I trade, so as I said, those people who use the trend, those people who learn how to trade, there are certain things you need to learn. There are certain things that you need to learn, okay, so that you see certain pattern. Okay, let's change the line color. Okay, so if you can see, this black line is a very strong support one. Okay, usually when it breaks down, it will come down. Correct? It will come down because it is a very strong support. Okay. Okay, now you see what is the lowest? The lowest is here, If I don't choose to take this week, okay, if I don't choose this week, okay, so this is the most lowest one. This type, okay, it is, the risk to reward is actually very nice one, but you have to take a risk. Okay, generally, we talk about risk to reward, right? Okay, now you see, so if this is the bottom line, okay. Okay. Let's say my stop loss is here. This one got ratio 1.281, you know. That means that this one depends on what leverage you want to use, but the risk to reward is more than 1. I usually trade when the risk to reward is more than 1. Okay, if you want to have a tight stop loss, you can. You can have a tighter stop loss, but I choose to be here. I choose to be below this week. If you want to have a tighter stop loss, you can do here. Let me this one. Okay. That means that actually I expect I can take the risk to long one. You see this now, this risk to reward is how much? Is 1.66. Okay, so that means that if I lose 5%. I win 9%. So this is what I call by the risk to reward must be above 1. Okay, that means that I can long here. Okay, because I see that there is a resistance here. You know, no doubt there's no guarantee it won't break through. There's another strong support here. I put my stop loss around here. So if I want to take some chance, let's say for example, okay, I can choose to long now, and I take TP along the way. Okay, I usually would take this kind of risk, but with low leverage. What do I mean by with low leverage? Because I see that the upside there's 9%, so I choose to usually put 5%. 5% means that if I hit my TP, my final TP, I actually get 9 times 5 means I get about 45% discount. I mean 45% profit lah. Okay, if we hit my stop loss here, which is 5.58 divided by 2 because times 5, sorry, not divided by 2, times 5, that means that if I lose, I only lose about 25% of whatever my margin. That means that if I put in $100, if I lose $25. But if I win my final TP assuming it hit my final TP is about $45. Okay, come back to this one, because just now the group asked. Okay, so obviously this is the highest point. Okay, this is a strong resistance. So this thing pump, come down. So I enter, I think somewhere here. So this one, if you look at overall, you get to see that this is a strong support and resistance, this whole block. Okay. This whole block is a strong support resistance. That's why it tried to go up, push back down, go up, push back down, go up, push back down. So today, I think somebody shared this in group 5. So I saw this, thought it was a good chance. This is obviously show that everybody is trying to short and putting a limit order here. The reason why you see all these long waves because there are a lot of limit order here to short. When they hit here, immediately come down. Hit here, immediately come down. So that's why I shorted around here. So I'm still in this trade now. So these are called simple trades. Now let's look at SUI. So if I want to trade SUI, what do I do? Okay, I can draw a strong support line here. Okay, I can draw a strong support line here. So if I want to enter long on SUI, it's not difficult one. Risk to reward also very, very nice one. That means that I enter here on the black line. Okay, I enter on the black line. My stop loss can be here, a tight stop loss. And my TP can be here, anywhere above lah. Even on my orange line is good, because the orange line is another resistance. If you look carefully, okay. You see. So I don't know whether it will come down or not. Okay, I told people is I don't chase after a trade one. That's my style. So this risk to reward is almost 2, It's very good one, So I don't chase after a trade because like that, I call it no, not here, not there. It's in the middle. If I want to long, I won't long like that. Why? Because the risk to reward is no good. If I long like that, means it's this one like that. Oh, see, the risk to reward is 0.53. I don't trade when the risk to reward is less than 1. It don't make sense. So I wait. I wait here. If it comes down, if it triggers, it goes up, I win. If it comes down, I only lose 3%. If it goes up, I make about 5.6%. So I usually look for trade which are like that will help me to make a decision. Okay, I don't chase one. You must need to learn to remember that the objective of trading is to make money. It's not about how many trades you put in one. You put in a lot of trades also no use one. Okay, so I will wait for it to come down. If it comes down, if it doesn't come down and go all the way up here, then I cancel my order lah. If not, I will put my limit order to long somewhere here. Okay. What kind of long strategy is this? No lah, this one is bounce off support lah. I told you I only trade very, very simple trades. I don't look at very complicated strategy one. I can see that this is a very strong support. There is a chance that it would, if there is a chance that it will bounce up one, because this is a strong support. It's simple as that. And then plus, even if it comes all the way down, I have another MA200 which act as a strong support as well. That's why when I share with people, when you want to enter a trade, whenever you want to trade, you cannot guarantee that when you enter a trade, you win or you lose one. But to the very least, when you enter a trade, you must tell yourself that I follow rules when I enter the trade. Correct? So the rules is what? My stop loss must be below the MA200 lah. I cannot be my stop loss like that. What? Oh, Bernard, I explained to you, hey, Bernard, this one also strong support, Bernard, there. This blue line, you see, Bernard. Oh, cut through here, Oh, cut through here, Also strong support. Yeah lah. I ask you, here to here, what is the difference in percentage? Here to here, the one that I want, is only less than 2%, no. So I rather put it slightly below the MA200, so that if it comes down here and hit, there is another resistance here. I mean, there's another support here. Okay. This one, if it comes back down to this region, let me close this. I will surely long one because the winning rate is high. I'm not talking about 100% win rate, Like that, everybody sell their house and put the limit order there already, This one is very high one, based on probability. You look at, can you see? Even when I look at long term on the 4-hour chart, this black line, 1 hour, it already touches here, But you look at 4 hour, here, 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 and here. So this black line is a very, very strong support. Okay, there's no guarantee that it will come down. Why there's no guarantee? Because you look at 4 hour, remember I told you, see? The MA200 is a strong support or resistance, either way lah. Currently, right now, it went down, got rejected, it go back all the way down. But as I said, oh, like that, Bernard, it got rejected by the MA200, on the 4-hour chart, Then long lah, can or not? Why not long? Got rejected, here. Can long lah? I don't want to long lah. I cannot say if you long now, you don't make money. Why I don't want to long? There, this story. Does it make sense to you? Risk to reward 0.4, So I don't want to take this kind of trade. Okay. I only trade maximum 2 trades at a time. I don't open more than 2 trades at a time. Okay. So this is very, very important. So because I only open 2 trades, means my quota is only 2 lah. Correct? So if I see such weird and low risk to reward ratio, you think I want to fill up my quota? Oh, I enter 1 trade already lah. Okay lah, 1 trade is entered already. You fill up 1 quota already, no? And yet this quota is what? Risk to reward is so bad one, it's so poor, It's not even like 0.9, 0.95 that is borderline close to 1, This is so far away, So I definitely won't enter 1. So I skip this coin. Okay. What other coins? Okay, this link is another one. Okay. This one because earlier on I enter. I enter on the orange line. This line. I think it got filled. Later I have to check. Yeah, it got filled. Why I enter at this line? Same story as the SUI. So you look at link. I enter at this line, This line, orange line. And where's my stop loss? The blue color line. Where's my TP? This orange line. So, $2.18. So I take such a trade. Because if I lose, I only lose less than 1%. I win more than 2%. It's very important, If I use 10x leverage, means this is about 20%. If I lose this, it's only less than 9.6%, less than 10%. I win about 21%. I lose about 10%. See, if I'm physically in my computer, I don't have it in this computer. Whenever I see like that, there are 2 ways I can do. I can move my stop loss to entry or slightly above entry if I want to. Up to me. But these are what I call trades that I like to enter one. Risk to reward is very high one. How come I know I enter here? Because this orange line, you look carefully, you see it's a strong support, and resistance, strong one, here. Put here lah. And so happened, luckily, it trigger here. Okay, let's see where I got a chance to enter. Any question? Let me see. What are your thoughts on auction coin? Okay, let's look at auction. Okay. I trade under 1 hour one. Okay. Okay. What does it tell you? This is 1 hour. Hey, how come my line's not visible? Wait. Okay, so when you trade, you are trading 1 hour time frame. Because I try to do either a swing trade or whatever lah. So what does it tell me? I want to tell you what goes on in my mind. Okay, Okay. So you look at this okay, so it's trending around here. So it has to depend. From the bottom to the top, about 29%. So what does it mean to you? This is a volatile coin. Okay, this is a volatile coin. Why? Because it is ranging up and down. 30%, 30%, you use 10x leverage is 300%, So if you ask me, I don't like to trade such a thing. Why do I mean I don't like to trade so much thing? You look at all these, you got no volume, and yet in just a little bit, 10% already, There's no way you could cover your stop loss rule one. There's no way. So let's say, for example, you want to, I just show you example from the EMA alone. Just the width of the EMA, I mean on the height, it's already 40%, that's very high, That means that if you enter anything, anytime it will actually shoot up, it will hit your stop loss one. And you look carefully at every candle, don't have much volume one, Suddenly it will pump up. Suddenly it will come all the way down. So if you ask me, I don't like to trade such a coin one. And when you look at daily chart, you can see that this one is a pump and a dump. I don't know what is it. Even if I wanted to short around here. Let me see. I don't like to short this kind of things one. See, there's a support. If I wanted to short, I short somewhere around here. But if I short somewhere around here, it has to be very, very fast. Meaning that I exit here. Okay? And it's rewarding one, because these are fast in, fast out. I mean, these are a volatile coin. You see? What does it mean? 10x leverage, I make 150%, Just like that, I make 150%, But if you were to enter here, where's your stop loss? Here, previous high. So the stop loss is what? 200%, if you are using 10x leverage. Even you use 5x leverage, it's 100%, So I don't like to trade on volatile coins. Volatile coins is more like luck and gambling like that one. So I don't like to gamble. I like to make sure that I make money on safe coins one. Okay. Do you just touch trade or you will wait for a candle reversal? I can put a limit order. Just now the sui, right? I put limit order here lah. I don't care. This is a strong support. This one I can. I don't need to wait. If you want to wait, you can wait. Because you say that, well, but what happens if you put limit order here, it comes all the way down and break down further. You want to wait for it to bounce? Can. There's no right, there's no wrong. Okay, but I foresee that this level is a strong level. Okay, you want to put limit order anywhere in this block also can one. If I put my limit order here, it can still come down a little bit somewhere. Right? It can still come down anywhere here lah. You see? So you ask me for this trade alone, I would put a limit order to long here. Okay. You put in a trigger order. No, I put in a limit order. Yeah, I'm going to put in a limit order to long, long, Trigger order is I want to long. Trigger order means if I want to long, I only want the price to long when it goes up above certain line. That is called trigger order. But if I want to long, I want the price to feel when it comes down and go up, I place a limit order. If I want to long here, I put limit order. If I want to long when the candle reaches here, that means above the candle, then I put a trigger order. So that's the difference. As you mentioned, scalping. What time shade? I don't scalp what? Okay, I don't scalp. I do usually swing trade. I don't scalp one. That's not my style. Scalp means must be fast in, fast out. Okay. Can look at fat coin. Fat coin. Okay, so usually I want you to know what goes on in my thought process. The first thing I actually do is I want to make sure I see overall chart. Okay, I want to see overall chart to see whether I can start to draw lines or not. So usually when I look at chart, the first thing I do is I try to draw some support and resistance line. So I can see I can draw somewhere, let's say around here. Somewhere around here. There is one. Then I draw lah. Don't draw so many lah. Somewhere around here. You see, it touches here, it touches here, it touches here. Agak-agak lah. Okay, that means the next one somewhere here lor, but it doesn't matter already lah. This one doesn't matter already lah. So this one is what? Very simple. You see there's a line here. So this was actually a, see, like that, like that, like that. So this is the neckline. So that's why it break down lah. So if you were to short, you will make money lah. So you ask me, hey, right now, Bernard, what to do? Now don't do anything first lah. Why? Very simple. Now it's sitting exactly here, you know. It hasn't do anything yet, you know. It's sitting right at the MA 200 there, you know. You ask me to long candle, I don't know whether it will break down or not, this candle, you know. I don't know whether it will break down or not. Because it looks like it wanted to pump up back. You see, there's a long wick here. But people start to sell again. The sellers start to take control and they sell and push back down here, no. So you ask me, should you long here? I don't want long. I want to wait and see. What kind of things you want to wait and see? I want to wait and see whether the candle close below my this line or not. My this orange line. If the candle close below my orange line, yeah, I will short. Now I won't short. Okay, now I will not short. Okay, because this orange line is a strong support. I will only short if the candle close below. The idea, the word is close below orange line. Not I will short when the candle go below, you know. I must wait for it to close one, you know. Correct? You do not know whether will buyer push all the way up back, you know. So I usually trade on 1 hour time frame. So I want to see whether it close below here or not. Yeah, la, same lah, close below. See, the long wick is here. So if you want to trade on fat coin, you have to wait. Now cannot do anything this one. This is the one that if you are lazy, you can put trigger order. There's not whoever asked trigger order. So let's say this is the line. If I'm going to sleep, for example, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait whether it got breakdown or not. I put trigger order here. Lor. Let's say I put blue. Means when it break down here, goes down and touches this one, it will trigger my order to short lah. You can put trigger order like that if you are shorting. But that's up to you lah. I rarely use trigger order. In fact, I don't like to use trigger order. Trigger order means I'm hoping that when it breaks down, it will go all the way down lah. If you have something all this long week, then it's difficult lah. Just imagine if your trigger order is here. It feel already no, but eventually price push it all the way up. Then you lose money lah. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like to use trigger order. I like to use confirmation. Over here, it must close below this one. Okay. ADA. Wait, you ask all the coins or I analyze you shouldn't take whatever I share with you or as an idea of when you should long and when you should short. The idea is you must know what goes on in my thinking, in my process thought, so that whenever you trade other coins it also applies lah, not only that coin. You see this one again, I draw lines. See, you must start to draw lines, you know. You don't draw lines, beside cannot. How can you draw line very fast, Bernard? Practice lah. You see, touches here, touches here, touches here, touches here, touches here. Agak-agak lah. Okay. So, there are only two ways, So after I draw a line, some more what lines can I draw? Okay, I draw another line here. Sometimes you cannot draw a line one, because it is an area one, So sometimes it is an area you cannot draw a line because some is on top of the line, on top of the block. Sometimes some is below on the block. See, this is below block, below block. This is top block, top inside of the block. Correct? So you ask me, how should I trade this? If it breaks, if the candle close below my block, I short lah. Now I cannot short, because I haven't break below my block yet. I cannot short lah. Do I long? I don't long one. Okay. So, let me see. You want to long also can one, but you have to gamble a bit lah. If you are that type of people lah, let's see BTC. What do I mean by I want to gamble? Let's say I remove this. You put tight stop loss here, lor. And TP maybe put here, lor. At that top line there. 2.34. Sorry. 1.44. No. Sorry. It's a laco line. You enter here, man. You want to long, you long like that, lor. If you want to take a risk. But do I want to take such risk? I see. I don't want to take a risk because the BTC is here already. It's still below the block. Okay, I don't want to long. I most likely would want to short one. Okay, I most likely is looking for whenever a coin goes up, we trace back up to short again. Okay, but if you want to short, just now I said, short below that block. If you want to trade a breakout trade, you short below. Short below the block. That's why I draw the block for you already, right? You break below the block, yeah, you can go down. You can short. Okay? APT. All the coins are about the same one, If this one, would I short? I would short if it is somewhere here. Limit order to short. If it goes up here and bounce down, I will short. Yeah, if it goes up and bounce down, I will short. I won't short now. Risk to reward is not there. Same as the start to tell you the story. Okay? high, would you see RSI before enter trade? Oh yes, of course I will look at, but that is provided if I am looking for, that is provided if I'm looking for a longing with the trend, Jimmy. If this one is, I'm not looking for a longing with the trend, you know. These are no longer, all these currently right now, because it dumped already, right? Not, we are no longer in nicely like that, you know, that you look at, you are looking at a longing with the trend or shorting with the trend. You cannot even short with the trend. Why? Because it's, in order to short with the trend, all your EMA must open up like a fan, you know. Okay, like this can. Like this also can, because 50 EMA, 2110 EMA is like that. Okay, so like that, where you have all the EMA crossing, okay, there's no way to trade long or short with the trend. So RSI doesn't mean much. Okay. Solana. Hey, all these people are for MWA one. I never hear you before. Let's Siebel Genoza. Okay. Let's look at Solana. You see, everything is the same one. I assume you all want to trade lah, huh? If you want to buy Solana, where is a good price to buy Solana? You go to daily chart. If you want to buy Solana to accumulate, this is a very good price anywhere in this block. If you want to accumulate Solana, okay, I always tell people one thing. If you are going to buy for investment, which means that spot lah, huh? You look at daily chart. Can you see the daily chart that this is a very strong support? Come down, bounce up, come down, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up, bounce up. So if the price comes down to anywhere between this block here, buy lah. It's a good chance for an upside because this is a strong support based on the previous whatever happened. Okay, but if you want to trade, let's go and look at 1 hour. So the same law. See, this is the next support. So if you ask me, when would I want to, how would I trade Solana? If you put a gun at me, I trade here. Somewhere there. If Solana comes all the way up here and bounce down, I would short. Will I short now? I don't want to short now. Why? Because the next support is here, no? I want to short, no? Where I got risk to reward? Because my TP have to be here, no? This is a strong support, you know? And my stop loss is here, 0.4. I don't want. It's not worth it. I wouldn't mind to short if my candle go back up like that here. Like that the most, yeah. Like that, not like that is different. Okay? If not, currently right now, cannot do anything. Learn to be patient. Okay? Do you also check chart and candle pattern where the prices touches support or yes, I do check. That's why I told you I look at the support and resistance ma. So APT, you are not looking at longing. APT at current market price. Not now. You want, you can. If you want to take profit, it's here lor. You want long at current market price. maximum you can make is here only. Because I know APT chart well. APT, you spread wide like that, it's not like auction, auction like that, probably 100% or more than 100% already, APT like that to like that only. If I use $100, if I use 10x leverage, I only make $18.50, 18%, I'm not interested when it is less than 2% one. I want to make at least 2% one. So I obviously, if I enter now, where is my TP? Here what? This is a strong support resistance. So even you hit here, how much I get? I use 10x, it's 18.5%. I can choose other better coins, so I won't long now. If with a capital of 400 for futures trading, on average, how much profit can I target per day? Okay, I always follow a rule. Okay? If my entire account, regardless of how much is my account is, at any point of time, I do not use more than 20% of my account. At any point of time, 20% of my account. Okay? And because I give myself a rule whereby I can only open 2 trades maximum. Correct? 2 trades maximum. So that would mean that if I have $400, 20% of $400 is $80. So I would split the $80 into 2 trades. Each trade I will put $40 and $40. So each trade, my margin is 10% of my account size. I can only open maximum 2 coins. So total I open is 20% of my account. Okay, so that margin is actually there. Now, Andros. Okay, let me just share. Are you an MWA student at Andros? Are you? Can you type out? Okay, so the most important thing is not about the capital and how many percent you target. Whether you target 10%, 20%, or 30%. Okay, if you are new to trading, the most important thing is in the beginning is to make sure that you get a high winning rate. That is very, very important. Okay, there's no point in you using big money, aiming high percentage if your winning rate is low one. So if you are new, I tell you very, very simple. Okay, you want to make sure that you maximize your earning even with a capital of 400. Okay, just put on the trade. If you're MWA student, then it's easier. Put $1 a trade. Put $1 every trade. The margin is $1. You can use 10x leverage. You put $1. And in MWA, we have this system called the 10 by 10 one. Correct? So you do 10 trades. Let's say, for example, you put $1. Whenever you put in $1 for 10 trades, you can aim 20% if you want. For the start, you can aim 20%. You don't need to have a lot of high percentage. Aim 20%. And again, and I said in the beginning, you don't look at how much you win. You're putting $1, so 20% you only get 20 cents. So, but you don't look at the 20 cents. You concentrate on whether when you enter, did you follow the rules or not. I always tell people, the students of MWA, this thing, when we win, we don't want to make sure that we win by luck one. Okay, what do I mean by win by luck? Those you pump up and then suddenly you manage to catch the dump, then you win by luck lah. You sometimes win, you sometimes lose. We don't want that one. We want to make sure that when you win by following rules. Likewise, if you lose, you want to make sure that you lose by following rule, because we cannot win all the time one. They are bound to have times whereby we are going to lose money one. Correct? So this one is very, very important for you. Don't do anything. Put a big margin in. Put $1. Do it 10 trades. Every trade that you enter, okay, I show you exactly how, when I first started, how I do one. I give you an example. Let's go back to Sui. Okay, so I tell myself, okay, so this is what I told myself. Okay, assuming Sui came all the way down and hit my entry, okay, I told myself I'm going to short here. I short here. I'm going to put myself as my TP. Okay, my TP is here, my stop loss is here, for example. Okay, and what I do is I go to trading view, I go to this thing, I copy image. When I copy image, I snap a picture of this, and then I paste it in the Excel sheet. Okay, so this is when I enter the trade. So once the trade finish, whether I win or whether I lose or whatever is the reason, I review back. So if I lose, I will look back. Is there something I could do to be better? Did I follow rules when I enter this trade? So for example, you said, hey, I enter long at this black line, support line, by right, it should be correct lah. My stop loss is here, my TP is here. So if you lose, the next time when MWA have an AME session, usually on Friday or Tuesday, you can ask Jay, hey, Bernard, I entered this trade that day, I lost money, Okay, lose how much is irrelevant. Can you help me to see? Then you share your picture. This is the picture where I enter the trade. Okay, when I enter the trade, this is the picture that I saw. Okay, did I enter correctly? Did I follow rules or not? So your job right now in the first place is to make sure that when you enter based on you follow your own rules. Follow the rules. If you always think that, hey, I follow the rules, but I don't know why I always lose, there means something wrong with your rules. So you need to ask during our AMA session, you need to ask, hey, I lose this trade, how come I lose this trade? Can you help me to see? Maybe there are things that you see that I don't see there. Or sometimes, really, you did enter by following rules, but unfortunately, things don't go your way. Something happened. Okay, last minute Bitcoin is the dump or whatever is the reason. Then there's nothing you can do lah. This is a fact lah. So you cannot blame yourself. So your goal is to make sure that you make sure that you have a good winning rate. You don't put in even $5 or $10. I always tell people, what's the point of putting so much money? Just put $1 can already. Your job is, if once your winning rate is high, then you can look at you can look at how you want to increase your margin from $1 to $5 to 10, 20, 50, 80, 100. That's how I increase. If your winning rate is low and you're going to put $10, for what? Your winning rate is already very low already, So obviously you're going to lose money. Why you want to lose money? Correct? So in the beginning, no point to set a profit target until. If you are a new person, your main target will be to make sure that you have a high winning rate. Don't care how much money you make. If you place 10 trades, you have 8 trades or 7 trades that you win one, then that's good start. That means that out of 10 trades, 7 times you were correct, generally. Okay? So that is more important. Any question? Okay, wait. I want to see whether I got a trade to enter or not. You see, this type, I tell honestly, you never long one, you never long on a falling knife one, This type, I never long one, I wait for a chance to short, This is like, you know what, you go to the casino, you tell yourself, ayo, 10 times already open small, by right, it should open big one. They don't have all this kind of funny reasoning, It dropped down so much already, It's about time it goes back up, I tell you can go further down, before it goes all the way up one. So never trade based on what you think is common sense, it doesn't work one. If this one was somewhere around here, you short, would be nice. Risk to reward. Too bad. So it doesn't move much. Okay, let's look at my screener. Okay, this one got chance. You want to enter some trade tonight? Wait, it is USDT. Okay. Oh, yo, this one 4 hour. Wait. Okay, wait. This one KIV first. I want to find one very high chance one. This one quite high already, the chance. But we'll find another one. Why so slow? Not the most ideal. This one, I want to enter somewhere here one. That's how I trade. I want to enter somewhere here one, as close as possible when I need to trace. See, it's somehow zao already. See, this one zao too much already. Ondo. Ondo run too far already. This is what, ONE. This one also zao too far. Say. See, this one missed out already. Hey. Okay, don't have this one. All already go down too long. Let me see the other one have. By right, don't have one lah. Okay, don't have. You look at this one. This one must wait 12 o'clock. Cannot. Now it's going back up. If it breaks below here, can short. Now it's 10:21. Okay, now it's 10:21. If it breaks and close below, now it cannot. It haven't closed below. It went down below, go up. If it close below, you can short for this trade. AVAX. You see, now the CME gap fill up already. You see this CME gap? Just now when we started, haven't filled up yet, right? Just now started off, we were at the border. Remember? I told you that eventually it will come back down to fill up one. Just now it was at the border here. Now it comes back down already. Meaning that there is a chance that it will come down and fill up one. Okay, so the next question people ask is, hey Bernard, so it fill up already, will it go back up now since it already fill up? Okay, it depends. The statistic is that whenever a CME gap is created, through time, it will be filled up eventually, because history have shown many times, okay, that it will fill up one. You see, it's filling up already, no? Okay, now, so Bernard, fill up already, will it continue to go down or will it continue to go up? Once it fill up already, there's no guarantee it will go up or go down. So I no longer refer to the CME gap anymore. Okay, I no longer look at the CME gap anymore once it's filled. It no longer make any reference. It only gives me a reference if the gap is not filled. But this gap is already filled up already. Okay? So once it fill up, it no longer carry much weight. But based on the past few months, this is a Friday, 7th of March. Today is Friday. We are going into Saturday, Sunday. Means tomorrow and Sunday there will be no more trading. We do not know Monday open what. If Friday close today and Monday open much lower, much higher, it will create another gap. Okay? Of course, if Saturday, Sunday don't have much action, then they won't have a gap. No issue. But if there is a lot of action somewhere on Saturday, Sunday, a lot of people sell, a lot of people buy, so when Monday open, it will create a gap. So you take note of the gap. Okay, back to the original question. So now fill up already, Bernard. So it will go up or go down. Okay, it no longer carry any more weight because it already fill up the gap already. So I go and look at the normal BTC chart. Look at this BTC chart. I think I'm sit on this black line. Not here, 4 hour. Okay, so this is another support. For BTC to go up again, it must bounce up. Okay, it must bounce up. If the candle close below, it will go down below one. Okay, I think it will come down. I think it will come down. So when I see the overall Bitcoin already break down from the, I still have to see at 11 o'clock. Okay, because now this candle haven't closed yet. It's the hourly candle. If it close below, below this trend line, means I'm looking for trades to short. And what is the first trade to short? I'm going to look at this one. The BTC come down, close below here, AVAX will also come down one. If you close below here, I will short. Okay, I don't want to put trigger order one. I don't like one. I can put a trigger order, but I don't want put trigger order where. I can put trigger order here one. I don't want. I don't like. I wait lah. I don't sleep early one ma. So 11 o'clock I will see whether it will close. Close below here. BTC also close below. Yeah, I would short. Those people who wants to accumulate sui, this is a good price to accumulate sui here, anywhere around here. Okay. You see this link? I told you right. If you enter risk to reward very high one, you're not greedy. You stop loss is very tight one ma. You enter here ma, it triggers again. Now got 7%. If it's 10x leverage, don't care lah. Can you show your filter setting for short? Filter setting for short. Wait. Just now I show you the filter. That one is a breakdown. That one is not longing. That one is not shorting with the trend. Wait, let me see. Who is that person? I love stories. Are you a MWA student? I love stories. If you're a student, your filter setting is actually inside the Discord one, shorting with the trend. Okay, shorting with the trend is inside the filter setting. Inside the Discord, we have one. If you are MWA student, even if you are VIP, inside our Discord, there is a filter setting for short, for long and for short. Okay. What is CRP trade with trend indicator? You have it in your Discord. Under screener setting. If you go to Discord, under the VIP section, you look for something called the screener setting. Wait, let me see whether I can open the Discord. Wait, I don't know what screen are you looking at. Oh, you're still looking at this screen. How do I change screen? Give me a while. Can I present another one? Stop screen. Okay, wait, I stop for a while first. Okay, can you see my screener sharing? Can you see? This is a short screener, this is a long screener. Yeah, this is the one. Is your different than the one? Is you different? Is your different? Oh, mine is a breakout trade screener. Okay, you want the breakout trade, is it? I show you. Okay. Can you guys see? Can you guys see my screen? Oh, okay. Okay, my screener is like that because right now it is not shorting with the trend. Okay, it's not shorting the trend, long the trend. I have a screener that breaks down from this MA200 one. That means that all the coins I see breaks down from the MA200. I am just trying to catch it just break down. This one, all these break down a lot already. I just show it to you what this screener does. You see all the screener are like that one. Can you see? It break down from. I'm looking for one that is very close here, one to short. If it was here, sui. So it's all the same pattern one. The MA200 crosses the 2 EMA. Can you see? Same pattern one. I like to trade this kind of trade. You see? Can you see it not? This type one. So you want to see the screener here. You snap a picture, okay? I can share, no problem. You use a mobile phone, you snap your picture. Okay? I'm not going to share in the screen or whatever. You snap. Give me a while. Oh, like that. Okay, take picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it is like that one. You see, always this kind of pattern one. BNB. I didn't see BNB just now. BNB also. Too bad. Cannot. Okay. What other question? Kick LTC. Kick. Can I short? I cannot short because the ME200 is here. Can I long? I don't want to long because why? It is overall a downtrend. So kick cannot. LTC. LTC, if breakdown, can. Why do they mind? I tell you, tonight and tomorrow, unless there is a big reversal, if not, you just wait and look for chance to short. Look for trade to short. Don't look for trade to long. Never go against the traffic one. This is a downtrend. Look for a chance to short. Okay. LTC. Yellow, you can short if it close below this line. Usually, I explain to you, One of the method that has a high winning rate is when you look at the stochastic RSI and the MACD for 1 hour and 4 hour, it coincide one. What do I mean by that? You see this one is a strong support. If it breaks down, this one going down. Can you see this one going down? Okay, RSI is swimming at the bottom below 20 line This is the 20 line. MACD is going down. This one pointing down. You go to 1 hour. This one is at the bottom. Below zero This one is pointing down. So very high win rate one. So this one, on technical basis, you can actually short but this is LTC You won't get a lot of meat one What do I mean by that? I show you. You look at for the past few hours, don't have much volume one. Every 1 hour you have maybe like that less than 1% Less than 1% So it's very slow one very slow one. So I don't like to take breakout trade that has no volume. Very slow, you see. Don't have a lot of, the volume is not a lot one So I won't choose this What's your third coin? RV. RV haven't yet For it to break down, it has to cross this line RV haven't yet. So slow this one. What is the fast one? Let me see. Ina. I know. I see this one first. Okay, we close with this one. We enter this one together. No, sorry, not together. I will enter. I forgot this live YouTube. Tan Chie, I see first. Okay. This one I short. Okay. Final TP, enter maybe somewhere here. Final TP is here. Final TP means you take profit along the way. Okay. Okay, wait. Anyway, since majority of you at MWA, right? Okay, I put a trade first. I will short now at current market price. It might retrace back up one lah. Wait, let me see what is this, what is the 1%. Okay, less than 2%. It might retrace back up lah and come down. Nobody knows. Let's see. Bopa one, I say first. Let me enter first. ENA. ENA. Okay, short. Okay, my price is 0.3849. Okay, this is my entry. Let's see how. Okay. Okay, so that's it for today. Let me see. Any question more you guys have? What is CRP trade with trend indicator? Got so many questions. What is CRP trade with trend indicator below SMA at the most left side? Can show breakout MA 200 long screener setting. Okay. Long one lah. Terbalik lah. It got one long lah. Oh, this sell one. This type I don't like one, you know. This type you pump already, then you come back down. I don't like to take one. These are gambling coins. Okay, okay, this type I don't like one. Okay, I show you the filter. Sorry, a bit slow. I open too many windows. Okay, it's just the ballet only. Okay, take picture. You're lucky, you know, you attend tonight. I show you all this screener. 1, 2, 3. Okay, habis. What other question? No need so many coins lah. Enough coin. Not until morning cannot already. Okay, so I don't know about you. I enter already the INA. So let's see together later. Okay, hopefully you make some money. Remember to take profit along the way. Okay, and then also for those people who have joined, you think you benefit from here. Okay, please leave a review in Google. Okay, I think they will send a message. Okay, do give your review inside Google for the session of today. Okay, I think the admin will send you a link. Okay, yes. So please post your review if you think that you benefited from this. Do a review. Okay, can show how you use the breakout screener. Chris Ang. How I use breakout screener. Okay. Hopefully it's your birthday today. I do for you. I show you. Now don't have much breakout for MA 200 one. So where's my INA? Okay, so breakout very simple one. This is called, I name this as a breakout from MA 200. That means that anytime the coin break down from the MA 200, and MA 200 must minimally cross or touch this 10 EMA. My EMA is 10.2150. Okay, 10.2150, and I have the SMA 200. Whenever I see that the SMA 200 crosses the 10 EMA, that there is a strong possibility that the chart would come down. Would go down lah, because this is a strong support. But for me to confirm that I want to short, for me to confirm to make a decision, I have to look at the RSI. The RSI must be below 20. At this case, it's below. RSI is made of 20, 80 ma. So it must be below 20. Okay, this is 20. MACD must be below 0. So this is 0. See, MACD below 0. And to make my claim even stronger, I will see on 4-hour time frame as well. So 4-hour time frame, you look at this, also below MA200, also below 20, also below MACD below 0. You can say only one line only. This MACD is a lagging indicator. So this one would follow, the signal line will follow the MACD line. So eventually this thing will eventually come down. But generally, they are all pointing the same direction. MACD, RSI below 2, 1 hour, below 20, below 0. So this is what I mean by, I cannot guarantee that this trade will make money. If I guarantee I got crystal ball, I sell everything, I will go and show hand already. I don't. I enter trade based on my own rules. And my own rules are based on the data I collect. That's why just now I tell you guys, somebody just asked me, hey, how much is your margin if your capital is 400, that kind of story, right? I told you all that how much you put in the beginning is not important. If you can just put $1, that's the minimum amount. Your job is to make sure that you do as many trades as possible to have a good and high winning rate. So initially in the start when I start to trade, I put in a lot of trades. One is because I want to collect data, because data is very, very important to me. The data will show me whether which are the type of trades that gives me a high winning rate. One, no point, you go and learn many strategies, I always joke and say, just like people say, jack of all trades and master of none, You focus on one or two strategy first. In the beginning, focus on one strategy first. Learn how to swim perfect breaststroke. You do a little bit, learn breaststroke, then a little bit learn freestyle, then butterfly, then backstroke. Don't learn funny, you'll get confused, You focus on one strategy, be very, very good at it, and you can make money already. Trust me. Okay, don't learn too many strategies. Be very good. So how come I get to have all these things? Because during the time when I learned how to trade, I got not every day when I have chance to trade. No, not every day when I open up my trading view, I got chance to trade. So if I got no chance to trade, nothing to do, I dedicated 2 hours to learn how to trade, right? So I have to look. I will look at charts. I look at the chart, see whether I see any funny pattern or not. And I realized that, got such a pattern one. Every time when the 50 crosses 10, most likely it will go down one. Okay. Actually, if it crosses the 21, it's even stronger. But I realized that when it crosses 21, this thing go down a lot already. And I have to wait for it to retrace back up. Where was it? See, this one crossed the second line. It goes down a lot already. I don't like. You see, once this thing cross, it will go down one, It will go down a lot already. From this line, it goes down a lot already. See, it goes down a lot already. Okay, so this is the reasoning of how I have this trade one. As long as it close below, as long as I see 20 cross 10, RSI, MACD for 1 hour and 4 hours is the same at the bottom. Okay, Chris. Below 20, then we long. No lah. Below 20 means we sell. Short ma, we are talking about short. What? RSI below 20. No, you must understand. Don't get confused. I am not trading longing with the trend, If I'm trading longing with the trend, yeah, I want the RSI to be at the bottom, pointing up, going up here. How do I know whether this is a longing with the trend or not? Obviously not longing the trend. Longing with the trend means what? Means the 50 EMA is on top. This is all longing with the trend here. See, where all your 20 MA 200 below 50, 21, they all pan out nicely one. It's longing the trend. How can this be longing the trend like that? You cannot be longing the trend. So if not longing the trend, you don't look at the RSI. Okay, this is a breakout from the MA200. That's why the screener also I put it as a breakout. You see the breakout? It's called breakout from the MA200. It's a breakout trade. It's not a longing or shorting with the trend. Okay. No problem lah. As long as you make mistake, then you learn from it, then it's okay lah. Most important thing is, one more thing, before I end, I really want to add value to all of you, A lot of you are new students from the MWA one. Okay. Remember, the most important thing, is your job is to make sure that you learn how to learn one strategy at one time, one point of time, Don't care whether other people put in trades or not. Sometimes you in the morning you look what trades. So you say, how come I cannot find trade? How come people putting wins here and there, all those things on that? I tell you that at the end of the day, that when people make money, you're happy for them. They're not going to give you some money, You're all on your own, Understand? So this is very, very important. So learn one by one. Okay, be very good at the chat. Be very good at one strategy and collect data. Take a picture every time you enter a trade. If that trade happen to lose money, you review back. If you don't understand, ask question during our Friday AMA or during Tuesday session when Jay does it, or sometimes you are able to join the first Wednesday of the month. First Wednesday of the month, I will do a lunch club to all the VIPs as well. Okay, so next week you will see me on Wednesday afternoon one. If you can make it 12:30 to 2:30, please do join. Ask me question. Okay, whether you succeed or not, depends on whether you are brave or have thick skin to ask question or not. The more you make mistake, the more you learn, the more you improve. You confirm will do well one. Okay, because last time when I first started, I also don't know anything, right? The only thing is if I don't understand, I just ask. People want to laugh, then they laugh lah. Never mind lah. But I just want to learn. Okay, so I hope you guys benefited from tonight's session. Okay, for those MWA students, if you have any issues that you still want to ask further, you can ask in your chat group. Okay, if not, thank you everybody. Good night. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.
My crypto journey has been very eventful, ups and downs, but I've waved the storms and the waves, and I think I believe in crypto, I believe in Bitcoin, and that's why I'm still in the game.
Join 1 year plus, and it has been a very wonderful journey for me. Thanks.
Thanks to Serapi, I've learned so much. I put in perseverance, faith in crypto, and all the coaches inspired me so much, especially Resh. So with his technique, I made my first 1K.
I think I was inspired to get the awards when Resh shared this 6 awards. So that was what I aimed to do. So now I've actually done 5, so I'm looking for the last one.
This is my $1,000 in a single trade. I'm very excited about this. And from $500, I've made $2,000, so 3x. And I'm looking forward to my next win, my next award.
This is my first $1,000 in a trade award. I didn't actually aim for 1,000. My target was only a day or, $200-300 a day, which should be enough for me. But I got more than that. So I'm very happy with this award. More than 1,000 USDT in a day. Now currently the record, based on the CRP boards that Jay gave, that one, the CRP board really helped a lot. When the signal come, you take the trade, normally 90% of it will be profitable. Only 10% will give you losses. So it's a good margin, right, to have. So I'm very happy.
This is my first time getting the award and get the double award. Yeah, so actually I don't have a very big account, but this 5-figure award actually double my account this round. So it proved that you not just can long the market, you can also short when the market downturn.
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank the CRP team, all the coaches, for all the learnings that I've obtained in crypto. I feel that I'm now empowered to actually follow the strategies, follow the steps, and to make good money. Thank you so much. I enjoy the community, I enjoy the walks, I enjoy the many opportunities, Zoom links, Zoom calls, as well as live in-person trading. I highly recommend the CRP community, MWA, for crypto trading and learning. CRP,